Hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I do want to do maybe a metta meditation today, loving kindness meditation. I think when we reflect at the current state of world affairs, I think we could do with extending our kindness and our love and our compassion, and often that we need to be compassionate with ourselves in order to show compassion to others, because often what we see in others is a reflection of ourselves. So any frustrations and angers or things that annoy us about people, often it's stuff that we can't face in ourselves, and those things are bringing up sensations of annoyance or discomfort. Yeah, facing our own realities can be uncomfortable, so it'd be great to do a metta meditation. So I'd like us to start with seated. So if you want to come into a seated position, or lying down works really well. So if you have the space to lie down, make it so. So if you can, come to lie down, and if you are lying down, you might want to bend the knees and plant the soles of the feet standing on the floor. And this will just help release the muscles of the back and the psoas muscle, and it just allows the pelvis to posterior tilt rather than constantly arching and taking in the back. But if you prefer to sit, that also works. So just, be present in your body and do what works for you. Thank you. So finding a comfortable seat. I'm just going to get my tincture bells just to give us a little bookend to help us arrive. So as you take a deep breath in and a long breath out, sigh if you wish, a deep breath in and a breath out. One more just like that. One more just like that. So whether you're seated or lying down, just to tune into the parts of you that connects with the earth, just sensing the body. And then take your time to close the eyes. If it's comfortable for you to do so, just rest the eyelids and let the eyeballs sink into the sockets. Allowing your tongue to become broad, soft and relaxed. And as you exhale, just feel any tension melt away from your shoulders. Feel the tension melt away from the shoulders. You have permission to let go of your thinking brain. Let go of your thinking brain. And instead, dial up your feeling body. Dial up your feeling body. Begin to notice the breath that moves through you. Notice the breath that moves through you. First entering through the nostrils, filtering into the back of the throat and seeping into your lungs. And as the breath moves into your body, notice how your body responds to that beautiful breath. Feeling your body expand in all directions to accommodate your breath. And as you breathe out, just allow everything to soften, allowing everything to soften. You have nowhere to go, nothing to do, but to just simply be. Be present in your body by being present with your breath. Let your breath gently come and go. And observe the thoughts that are moving in that similar way as well. Thoughts rise and fall. And just enjoy the impermanence of all that. resting in the knowledge that nothing lasts forever. Everything cycles through, coming to a peak, like your breath as you inhale and as you exhale. And as you observe your breath, imagine it contains all 4 seasons. So as you begin to breathe in, imagine that's the spring that begins to arise and begins to grow and blossom into the height of summer when your breath is at its fullest. And then when you begin to breathe out, your body softens, and that's autumn. Everything begins to settle and quieten until at the end of your breath, imagine that to be the depth of winter. And after winter, spring arises as you slowly inhale, feeling a sense of renewal, fullness of summer as the fullness of breath. And as you exhale, slowly exhaling into autumn when things gently recluse, comes to a state of rest, being quiet in winter at the end of that breath. Continue to visualize the 4 seasons as you breathe in, spring to the height of summer. And as you breathe out, ever so slowly, smoothly, into autumn, or some might call it fall, and then winter. And as you breathe through the 4 seasons, as you begin the breath for spring, moving into the fullness for summer, and as you exhale for autumn, and then to the very end, to the depth of the exhale for winter. Begin to visualize the distinction between the 4 seasons. So when you breathe in the spring, perhaps the days are coming a little brighter, maybe some spring showers. You start seeing little buds come to life. And in the height of summer, the fullness of trees, beautiful breeze, the green of the grass perhaps. And as you slowly exhale, imagine as the trees loses its color, going from green to yellow to rusty reds, until in the depths of winter that the trees, some that lose their leaves. Continue to breathe through the 4 seasons through your mind's eye. And as you continue to distinguish, as you breathe through the 4 seasons of breath, visualize maybe one thing that you like about each season as you breathe in to each part. And then visualize the type of clothes that you'll be wearing for each of those seasons. So spring, it might be a lighter raincoat. Summer, festy tops, shorts, flip-flops. Autumn, cardigans, long sleeves. Winters, heavier coats, hats, gloves and boots. What else? What else it is that you can enjoy and recall about each season? And is there one season that you like more than the other? Why is that? And as you continue to breathe, notice if your seasons are even in length. So from the beginning of spring, lifting it to the height of summer. And as you exhale, is it even as you descend and release the breath? Continue just like that for 3 more, breathing through the 4 seasons with your breath. And when that's done, just simply rest your mind at your favorite season. And just notice how that makes you feel. Maybe warm and fuzzy. Or if you like winter, maybe you like the fact that it makes your hair stand on end when there's a little chill. Whatever works for you, there's no right or wrong, just simply what you like. And just notice how, like everything in nature, comes in peaks and troughs. So too must our life. The only constant thing is change. And may we seek refuge in the impermanence of all things. Because then it gives us the opportunity to adapt, to explore, and to be flexible. How boring would life be if things were always certain? There would be no room for movement, adjustment, or change. So the only constant thing is change. So with the recognizing and acknowledging with everything going on in the world today, what is it that you'd like to change? What is it that you'd like to change? It doesn't have to be big things, it could be little things. Maybe little random acts of kindness, showing more concern for our fellow friends, brothers and sisters. Being more tolerant, more patient with people who are different to us. Doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong or better than us. We're just different. Can we unite with our uniqueness, which makes us stronger? So if you wish, you can place your left hand onto your heart and your right hand on top, and just notice the beating of your heart. You may want to draw your chin towards your throat just to soften your gaze, bringing your mind into your body. Begin just to notice maybe the garments that's between your touch of your hand to your body, the texture. And then just feeling, does your skin feel tight, taut, stiff, or does it feel supple and relaxed? How about the soft tissue underneath? And then tune into the beating of your heart. Tuning into the beating of your heart. Notice if it's beating loudly or quietly, fast or slow, erratic or smooth. Can you deepen into your breath without straining the body? And the next time you exhale, drop the seat of your awareness back into your heart and just tune into what you're feeling. Again, there's no need to resist any emotions because, like I said, everything rises and falls, nothing lasts forever. May we take refuge that things come and go. So acknowledge any emotions, whether it's sadness or gladness, anger or joy. Allow all the emotions to be seen and to be felt. And anything that feels uncomfortable, just be the witness. Reminding yourself that you are not that emotion that arises. You are the witness of that emotion that arises. You are the person behind those emotions. And may we now think of the people that we love very dearly, from family to friends. And may we offer them our love and support. Notice if your body naturally took a deeper breath. And now let that love and support and kindness that you have in so much abundance, let it be spread to your neighbors, acquaintances. And may it spread to even to strangers you don't know. Strangers are friends we've not yet met. And let your love and your compassion, and may we encourage more tolerance and love. People who are different from us, not only next door across the street, but in different countries, all over the world. And can you now let that love and kindness expand to not just human beings, but all living beings? The cute animals that you like, to the ones that maybe make your hair stand on end. They're all living creatures, just going about their day, surviving. And may we offer ourselves, looking deep into your heart, may we offer ourselves abundance of love, kindness and care for ourselves as well. Often we think of everyone else but ourselves. What can you do to be kinder to yourself? Perhaps less self-inflicting language, harmful language, like berating yourself for an error that you may have made. Things like, oh, I'm such an idiot, or oh, how silly of me. So how about reframing our words to say, and this is a beautiful mantra that I learned off my teacher, Judith Lassiter, and this completely changed my world when I learned this about 10 years ago. And rather than beat myself up and criticize myself, I would acknowledge that I might have done something silly or I should have known better. How human of me. How human of me. Those 4 words has transformed my life, and I'd like to share that with you. How human of me, because that lets go of judgment, that lets go of holding on to that negative energy of self-criticism. We are human beings, not perfect beings. How human of me. In Buddhism, they have a teaching called the second arrow. And the first arrow is when you shoot yourself, when you make a mistake, such as life. But they call it a second arrow is when you shoot yourself with a second arrow. It's like you injure yourself again by the negative self-talk or self-criticism. You've shot yourself with 1 arrow already. There's no need to shoot yourself with the second one. So that is the Buddhist teaching of the second arrow. And I've learned to let go of that second arrow, and it takes practice. And the more you do it, the more and quicker you can let go of that self-judgment. And then you free yourself of all that mental and emotional energy to focus on what's important. So I'd like to share that with you. How human of me. How human of me. Complete the breath you're on and take 3 more. Really breathe in those words. How human of me. And as you slowly drop your chin to throat, I'd like to close today's Metta meditation, loving kindness meditation, for all brothers, sisters, living beings as well as ourselves, with this beautiful poem, beautiful, beautiful poem by Mary Angelou, titled "And Yet Still I Rise." You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living rooms. Just like the moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shouldn't falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise? That I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Upon from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Mary Angelou. Thank you so much for joining me today.